All right, what's good, YouTube? Welcome to the 6th episode of the 3rd Gen Camaro build. In this episode, we got a ton of stuff done. We installed the fuel tank. We added the fuel lines. We got the radiator fans wired up. We got the carburetor installed. We got the thermostat and the thermostat housing on. Everything's all wired up. So we're pretty much ready to go, and we'll be ready to get this thing started here soon. So stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Catch you on the next one. Peace. All right, so we have our brand new fuel tank with the new sending unit installed already, and new radiator hoses, new inline fuel pump and its filter, and then obviously the radiator hoses. So we're still waiting on parts. We still have the carburetor coming, we still have a thermostat coming, and that might be it. But I'm pretty sure that's it. So now we're gonna go ahead and finally get this new fuel tank in, and we'll go from there. So yeah, we're actually gonna start out by getting up under the tank with the vacuum and cleaning it, because I don't know if you remember or if you've been around since the first episode. After we dropped the tank, we noticed hella cobwebs under there, but we never actually got to cleaning it because we decided to instead pull out the fuel tank and inspect it. So that never got cleaned, so we got to do that now. And then from there, you already know. So let me get to it. The next problem I have that you may not remember is that when I was dropping the tank, I had the bolt for the driver's side, but when I got the bolt out on the passenger side, I never saw that bolt. I don't know where the hell it went. Everything kind of just fell. So this is that bolt I was for some reason impressed about. I need to go through my bolt drawer, see if I can find one that's like it. So that should be fun. I can already see what direction this is headed with the tank, so I'm gonna check back when this is done, and I'll just tell you how I did it, because this time I was gonna take forever.
Stop it. Get some help.
It was next to impossible to do or lift the tank into place while the rear axle was, for the most part, still installed. So I decided now, and I have already, dropped the strut or shock, whatever. So I'll drop that on both sides already. So that should give me a few more inches of room. That way I'll be able to pivot the tank in, because when the axle was still completely installed and everything was bolted on, I got the filler neck into the hole, but I couldn't angle it through to get the tank the rest of the way in. So hopefully now it'll be a little bit more straightforward. I'll check back when it's installed, and again, I'll tell you what I needed to do afterwards.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Y'all are forcing me into the YouTuber thing.
Whoop-de-doo.
If you're enjoying the video series of the Camaro Z28, go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, so go ahead and knock that out. We'll get back to the video. Many hours have passed. Much sweat has been dropped. I've once again recruited my wife to come help me. Tank is on. I feel like a idiot for gloating about this being so easy before when I was dropping the tank, because clearly the problem isn't dropping the tank. Clearly it becomes a pain in the ass when you're putting in the new tank. I feel like some people subscribe to the channel after the first video just so they can fucking watch me put the tank back in and struggle. It's been like 5 hours, maybe a little bit more. Granted, and all things considered, that's not too bad, but it was a pain in the ass.
That's too damn bad.
I think the main issue initially was a height problem. So obviously I ended up dropping the front down to give myself more height in the back. And that kind of helped, but it still wasn't high enough. I ended up having to, some people are gonna call this a hack job, but the area where the filler neck goes through, the filler neck was clipping on the top of the hole. So I just got some vice grips, pliers and shit, snipped it, and then bent it up to clearance it. And then I had my wife come out and pry at the filler neck as I was pushing it through. So then after with doing that, it was pretty easy, honestly. Ultimately, it just isn't something that you should try alone unless you're just very willing to clearance things where the filler neck has to go. But yeah, that's pretty much it now. We're gonna switch over to the front end because we got the thermostat that actually got delivered. So I went ahead and dropped that in after testing it. So now I just have to, like I said, put the thermostat housing on and then route the radiator hoses in. Pretty much done up front. My carburetor will get here tomorrow. So I'm trying to hurry up and get all this stuff done so that, you know, once the carburetor gets here, it'll be pretty straightforward as far as getting this thing back running again. So
the next day.
All right, y'all have to forgive me. I've been needing a little bit of wrenching therapy. So I've been out in the garage working a little bit off camera to update you guys on what I have done, just so that there's no, you know what I'm saying, I just pop into a new clip and a bunch of new shit is on there. So we got the old incorrect carburetor off, it's over there. New carburetor's here. The reason it's over there is because I needed to get this fitting off for the 3/8, I think, fuel line. Got the radiator hoses on, both upper and lower. The thermostat and thermostat housing are on, as well as the fitting for the radiator fans for the temp sensor, and also for the heater core line that's right there. I tried something to plug it to see if that would work. Chances are it won't. It's on there, but most likely it'll end up coming back off and I'll get an actual fucking plug. I'm just being lazy and cheap. And so remember I said I was new to carburetors? Well, this is a time where it's showing for sure. Because I ordered the carburetor, but I wasn't aware that gaskets were needed. Nor, I mean, the insulator thing, and it needs to have gaskets on both sides. So I installed it briefly just to make sure it would fit and make sure, you know, everything was good with the height or clearance for the hood. So that's cool. And I can show a picture of that. But I need to wait for those gaskets to get here to actually mount it up for it to stay there. So for the most part, that's it. I still need to go to the back and route the fuel lines. Then I need to go and get some actual hose clamps. Another thing I did, which is completely random. Yeah, the rear seats are completely here. This is what I can do. Boom. So yeah, now there's no rear seat in there. Weight reduction. Now it's fast.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm just kidding. It's not. It's still slow. But yeah, we're getting closer. Maybe sooner than later, we'll be able to go ahead and get this thing started. Granted, just for a heads up, it is still open headers, so it's going to be loud as fuck.
Yeah, boy.
Whenever I do get to start, but either way, we're still getting close. So I'm going to shut up now. To the next part. All right, parts have arrived. Thank you to AutoZone. No sponsor. I'm going to bleep out that name. No, I'm just playing.
We don't care.
It's time to install the carburetor. Should I time lapse? I'm a time lapse. All right, that wasn't too much of a pain.
Stop the cap.
So, yeah, carburetor's on. So now it's just a matter of running the line. Last night, I did kind of jump ahead a little bit because I was doing some research on all the vacuum connections that need to be made. And I was concerned about the vacuum line to the brake booster. So I was doing a ton of research and reading, and everything pointed to the rear of the carburetor. So I ended up making like 3 AutoZone runs trying to get a fitting to go to a port that's at the back. Turns out it wasn't even correct. It was 5/16 instead of 3/8. So I ended up not using that. Instead, we ran it to the front of the carburetor. Should be good. Yeah, so might as well go ahead and get to these damn fuel lines, huh? I've been hesitating on doing these.
Just do it!
I feel like that took way longer than it should have, but I'm done. Finally got all the fuel lines at the tank, at the sending unit done. Quick visual. It wasn't that deep.
That's what she said.
It wasn't that complicated of a job. I don't know why I decided to do all the engine bay work after lowering the front end of the car. But whatever. We decided to go ahead and get the wiring for the fans together. Quick and easy, I'm just going to get this stuff buttoned up. Chances are it's not going to look pretty at the end, but functional, so whatever. So I'm going to get this buttoned up. All right, so it's quick and easy getting those wired up. Now I just need to test the fans. I won't be able to know for sure that the fan switch is working as far as for the temp sensor, but we'll test that once the car is actually running. But we're about to test these fans right now just to make sure they're good. I'm improvising crazy with these camera angles, but I'm about to show y'all the fan test. So it's the white for the temp sensor, which is technically ground, and then black, which is technically 12 volts. So connect these two and the fans will kick on. Easy work. So now all that's left is priming the fuel system, or getting some fuel in it, priming the fuel system, checking for leaks, and trying for a start. And so we'll see that in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed episode 6 of the 3rd Gen Camaro build series. Yeah, so see you in the next one. It's been real. Peace.